Hi, this is Dr. Subhatra. In this session, I am going to discuss about the design elements of taxiway. So taxiways are the pathways which connects the runway with the other component parts of the airport. Aircraft movements on the taxiways are essentially ground movements and are relatively very slow compared with the runway movements. Taxiways are of apron taxiway, dual parallel taxiway, terminal taxi lane. Apron taxiways are located on the periphery of an apron to provide uninterrupted taxiing of the aircraft. Dual means two parallel taxiways in which moves in an opposite direction. Terminal taxiway means it is intended to provide access to only aircraft stand or at gate position. Terminal means it is a gate position. So what are the factors controlling layout? Taxiway should be so arranged that the aircraft which have just landed and moving towards the apron do not interfere with the aircraft which is going to take off or taxiing. Okay, so that pathway should not get interrupted. That point we have to keep it in mind. It should be located such that the aircraft leaves the runway as early as possible. That's why we are calling the taxiway as exit taxiway. This exit taxiway should be with the shortest possible distance between the terminal way and the runway. It should not go for a longer distance, this taxiway. Then the geometric designs, what we have to consider for designing the taxiway are length, longitudinal gradient, rate of change of longitudinal gradient, width, side distance, gradient, safety area width and turning radius. Let us see each and every one in detail. Length of taxiway should be as short as possible. There is no much specifications in that. Then coming to longitudinal gradient, if the gradient is very steep means it will consume more fuel. Therefore, as per ICAO stipulations, International Civil Aviation Organization, the maximum longitudinal gradient permitted is 3% for A and B type of airport and 1.5% for CDE type of airport. Then rate of change of longitudinal gradient is 4% for A and B category, 3.33% for the remaining categories. Then for the airports with the letters, code letters A and B, ICAO recommends the length of the vertical curve as 25 meter for each 1% grade change. Then for the remaining code letters C, D, E, the vertical curve length is 30 meter for each 1% grade change. Okay, then coming to the longitudinal gradient, that is what we have seen now. Then coming to the width of taxiway, it is lower than the runway width. Speed of an aircraft on a taxiway is also less than the runway. It varies between 22.5 to 7.5 meters. See, for various airport codes, that is A, B, C, D and E, the taxiway width is given by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Then coming to side distance. Side distance means the pilot should be able to view the objects in front of them. Okay, as the speed of an aircraft on the taxiway is lower, the smaller value of side distance itself is sufficient. Therefore, the values given are the distance x is 150 meter and y distance means the vertical distance. X is the horizontal distance. That is from the pilot viewing point to the object point. That much distance they should be able to see. For various types of airport, it is given here. Coming to transverse gradient. The gradient value for the different types of airports as given by the ICAO recommendations are shown here. Then width of the safety area. Safety area is made up of paved shoulder on either side, plus the area which is graded and also drained. The pavement thickness should be very thick enough to support the airport petrol vehicles, and it should be treated with the bitumen. It should not disintegrate. It should be smooth and impervious. Width of the safety area for the different types of airports are shown here. As per Federal Aviation Agency also the standards are given. Then coming to the turning radius. The change in aircraft path is done by providing the horizontal curve. We should give a smooth curve for the airport to turn. It is derived by the relationship between the exit speed and the radius of the curve. That is, the radius is equal to v square by 125 f, where v is the speed in kilometer per hour and f is the coefficient of friction. Almost we'll take 0.13. So by this formula we can calculate it for supersonic aircraft. Coming to fillet. Fillet is an extra width area which we will be providing on the curves so that the rear wheels, when it is following the another wheel, it should not get out of the pavement edge. That's why we are giving the extra width. That extra width area we'll call it as a fillet. So this is how the fillet will be. The front wheel, it is moving here in the curvature, but the other wheel should not get out of the paved area. So this is the fillet distance they are given by ICAO and FAA. Then separation clearance is also given by FAA. So we should design all the component parts of the taxiway according to the specifications given by ICAO and FAA. If we need separation clearance can also be given. We can calculate it using the formula. It is given for the parallel taxiway and the center line of the taxiway and the apron taxiway and the stand line taxiway and fixed or movable object. So all these contents I have taken from the reference and the slide share shown here. Thank you.